A shout out to our podcast sponsor, sportsponsorship.co.uk. If you or your business are interested in making a real difference to the Scottish game, supporting hundreds of kids into regular football, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk and they'll find the right fit for your brand. Hello everybody and welcome to Tinpot, a Scottish football podcast with me, Tom Leask, and my two chums, Andrew Guild and Matthew Strugnall. This is episode 52 of Tinpot, and tonight it's the Tinpot Awards ceremony for the Scottish football season 25-26, as it's now coming to a close. For those of you who are watching along as opposed to listening, you'll see that Andrew and Matt are pissing themselves. Matthew, do you want to explain what's going on to the listeners?
Just before we came on air, listener, I whispered to myself.
You don't whisper it.
I don't know anything. Because we're in the award ceremony, as Tam said, and just as I was thinking of things to say, I completely forgot about everything that's literally happened in the last year of my life, football and otherwise. So I'm going to pick moments that have happened within the last 2 weeks, so it could be a lot of moments.
You not read the sort of script and the stat pack and all that sort of stuff that was sent across to you a few weeks ago?
I was studying the script a lot. Then I developed early onset dementia, so I can't remember. Or the other one
laughing matter too.
People get
not so much
amnesia. That's the one. I drank a Monster and it had a rat in it. And woke up. Can't remember who I am or what I'm doing. Where am I? Anyway,
that hair does make you look like you've just woken up. To be fair,
I'm going for a sort of. I was thinking, should I slick back like this with the headphones, or should I sort of have it coming down with the curtains? Give
Russell Martin vibe.
Give the fans what they like to see. So I'll go for the Hugh Grant circa '94, 4 weddings, sort of thing.
Definitely the vibe.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a peek through the looking glass, so to speak, of the Tinpot pre-match ritual.
Behind the curtain, yeah, exactly. How's life, Andrew? What's happening in your world?
Enjoying my my shank holiday Monday.
Well played.
Yeah, no, I had a good few days. Had a kids party on the weekend. Made friends with 2 guys called Gary. Had a barbecue. Lone parenting for 3 days. That's basically all my chat. So, yeah,
the two Garys.
2 Garys in one day. Yeah,
nice.
Not even in the same setting as well. So, don't actually have any friends called Gary, so there you go. Now I've got 2. So
unbelievable.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, no, good guys, very different. Gary 1 is a Hearts fan. He's kind of neighbourish of mine. He lives in the sort of same estate, and we got to the point where we were saying hello, mate, for too long. It'd been going on probably for about a sort of 18 months. And Gary finally bit the bullet and was like, really sorry, man. I keep calling you mate. I actually am not really sure what your name is. So I was like, yeah, fair play, man. I was just going to let this run for as long as I could. So we finally exchanged names, and now he's my best friend.
Did you exchange anything else? Any numbers, bodily fluids, anything else?
No. Said we'd maybe have a little barbecue together. But yeah, it's just just chatting about just life, man. Just got so much in common. Both got gardens that don't drain very well. Both got kids of a similar age. Both like football. And Yeah, both like just sort of holding it out for as long as you can by calling someone mate until you finally need to
Did you ever
find
call
out
him
their name.
pal or
Nah, stuck to mate. Nah, stuck to mate.
it's regimented mate?
Yeah, yeah,
No, all right,
yeah.
neighbour.
Nah,
Right.
nah. Just
All right,
kept it pretty simple.
all right, old chap, buddy.
Didn't want to upset the apple cart, just in case he wasn't a pal or a buddy, So, speaking of buddies, got the St Mirren and party game on in the background. Actually, it's currently 0-0, half time. So, be an interesting one. Very even game so far. So we'll see what happens there. But yes, I digress. That was really all my chat for the last couple of days.
Wow.
The listenership has just gone from 3 to 0 after the Gary chat. Riveting stuff.
Look, if you're still listening, leave us a comment. Tell us if you know any Garys.
Maybe Gary's listening.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're listening, great to hear from you, or for you to hear from me, I guess. Let's catch up over a barbecue, or do some gardening together soon, man. Mate, sorry.
Harry.
It's a good time to let the listeners know, actually, instead of commenting down below, what you can do instead now, listeners, is above the description of the episodes on whichever platform you're listening on, apart from YouTube, obviously, that's a visual platform. If you click the button that says Have Your Say, you can text the show, either with a text message or a voice note, which if you choose the latter, you can play that out on the episode and you can have your say officially.
We got a text last week, did we not?
We did have one text, yes. Let me just whip it up. It's only been active for a week and we've already had one message. So
we didn't
it's
even tell anyone
called,
about it.
We didn't. It's full.
Exactly. Here we go. I just need to click on the fan mail section of our hosting website. It's called Fan Mail, which I don't like. You guys aren't fans. You're family. Fantastic show, fellas. Particularly Matt, who is both handsome and wise. And that came from a number that was located in Jersey, apparently. So
right.
There you go.
Thank you, VPN. Keep him the texter's identity a secret, so we'll never know who.
I wonder who that could
message.
be. Yeah.
We know that they find the old Strugmeister both handsome. Was it wise or wise?
Yep, it was. Yep. Dennis.
Great.
So there you go. If you want to have your say, go onto just above the description on each episode on either Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you're listening. Click the button, send a text. It's free to do so, and you can send us a voice note if you prefer, and we'll get them read out on the show or included in some way.
The 18th texter will win a prize. So if you're lucky number texter of 18, you'll get yourself a prize.
We'll need 17 more.
We just text all the time. I don't know what you mean.
2028. We've come to number 18.
And it's Matt again.
Yeah. It's Dennis. He's from Jersey. He's
in
said,
Zimbabwe
Matt,
this time or something.
your best feature is your hair.
Yes.
Anyway, what's happening with you, Struggy? What's the patter, the chatter, the banter?
Okay, I'll take you through my week, starting from Thursday, where it was my
good place to start.
Works, drinks, or sort of event, team bonding. We went to Flight Club in the St James's Quarter. I don't know if you've been to Flight Club.
I have been there, yeah.
It's just darts, really. But like, so if you like darts, then it's okay. If you don't like darts, then it's boring. I am in the middle. I don't dislike darts, but I am bad at darts, so it's difficult. I didn't do too well, but that wasn't the point. I bonded with my team spectacularly well. I was giving it the old handshake here, handshake there.
Nice. Keeping it
yeah,
business.
It was good. They film you as well, against your consent, and then once someone wins a game, they show the winning dart. So if you're picking your nose or scratching your bum during the winning dart, you will be on camera. Just
maybe Dennis is going to hack into that.
Yeah. Or having an affair, like at the Coldplay concert, make sure you do it at the beginning of the darts game, not near the end, because it will be on camera. And what they did was they clipped up all the best shots and they sent that to my work, so everyone was watching the videos of people hitting darts. So that was pretty smooth. From Flight Club, nice pizzas as well. I must say the centre of Edinburgh is quite busy. I haven't frequented that location too often, but very popular spot, I must say. Yeah, then I'll move on to Friday for you if you're interested in Friday. Not
Yes,
much,
please.
just went to work, and that was it. Saturday, I was at a children's birthday party, then went to my friend's house and had a Chinese. And Sunday, I went to a garden centre and then to Lime Kilns. So,
Very
my
nice.
weekend was filled with fun and family time. Yep, that was it really. I didn't meet any Garys, unfortunately. I was racking my brains thinking of any Garys I did know. I know one Gary when I worked at the cinema. He was a small Irishman. Worked there for about a few weeks before he disappeared. We don't know where he went. But Gary, if you're listening, you're Irish and you worked at the View Cinema in 2014. Please use the fan mail bit and let us know where you are now.
Yes, please.
The time is 20:54, and that's my done.
On Monday, the 25th of May.
Monday the 5th of May. Hope you had a great bank holiday. It's been an absolute scorcher. You're listening to Tinpot FM.
Lovely stuff, Shruggy. Thanks for that.
And you,
very interesting week
you,
you've
Tam?
had.
What
I
about
bet
you,
you've done
Tam?
something fun this weekend. You've not met a Gary nor gone to a garden centre, but I bet you have had fun.
Nothing of interest, really.
Oh, for God's sake.
Nah, I watched the Scottish Cup final. Less said about that, the better.
Shame on that. Still, one club won a trophy in Fife this season, and that was the Kings.
At least one of us is watching some Scottish football over the weekend. I watched that, and then I watched the Andy Robertson send-off at Anfield yesterday, and watched as much as I could of the 3 Scottish participants in the Napoli-Udinese game. We got 90 minutes from McTominay and Lennon Miller, and 45 minutes from Billy Gilmore, 45-ish. And I watched the highlights from the Torino game, which saw Che Adams score an 83rd minute equaliser against rivals Juventus. So that was quite exciting. And that was my weekend, interspersed with being out in the sun for little walks here and there. I was on my Todd. It was a very lonely weekend. Kim was away. And when the cat was away, the mouse didn't really play, if I'm honest. It was sounds like quite a sad, lonely life, but I enjoyed it.
Need to
Did you
get
have
yourself a
any
Gary.
nice food when you were alone in your house? Did you eat
Have any nice food?
takeaway to that?
Not really. I found a bucket of like
Jesus.
Swizzle. Is it Swizzle's the brand? Like lollipops and drumstick lollies and
Oh, yeah.
stuff like that. It was from
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Quizzers.
Found that in my cupboard, so I had a few of them.
That was it. Just eat
Although
your
I've eaten other things, but I don't keep a list of everything that I've eaten.
Nothing.
Struggy does.
exciting.
I had a Chinese on.
I had a nice sausage roll at the garden centre. It was sausage and black pudding roll. Very nice.
Oh, lovely.
Homemade apparently. It was good. Nice garden centre.
Made it at home.
Decent.
Oh, I did
scram.
actually. For the football, I did fancy a pie for halftime, and I went out and got a Bell's macaroni pie. So very boring, but as we did a year ago, it's almost a year to the day that we recorded our first episode of Tin Pot.
Wow.
When we discussed the doner kebab pie in that first episode, almost a year to the day, we're discussing macaroni pies and
Did you buy a 2-pack?
sausage rolls. They come in 2 packs, so yeah,
Did
I
you
had
eat them both?
one on each day. Yeah, of course.
One each day?
Yeah, one for the football on the Saturday and one on the Sunday.
You know what you should do? You should get 2 macaroni pies, bacon, fry the bacon, the macaroni pies of the roll, squash it together. There's your macaroni pie breakfast roll. Speaking of doner kebab pies, did I tell you that the best one I've ever had was a Stevens one? I had the Stevens one and it was just brilliant.
Yeah.
You probably
It
have
is
told us
good.
this, mate. You speak a lot
It's
about
very
food.
good.
I can't remember
I
a lot
do.
of it, but
I do remember that because I had one myself. So yeah,
It's
I
the
remember
best
you
one.
mentioning that.
still not
I
had an
killed
endorsement
by
from Stevens.
A couple of weeks ago.
You better stop.
Oh, yeah?
And it was spectacular actually. Really good. The gravy, something else. But I don't know if you guys know it. It's a bit of a secret in Scottish football, but the killie pies are actually famous for being pretty good. So, but yeah, they certainly lived up to their name.
You buy
Come
that
to
from the
Tin Pot
shop?
for the inside knowledge.
No. I got it.
Oh, that's
at
right, you're at Kelly, that's
so-
right. But they do sell them
Yeah.
like Asda and stuff, eh?
Nah, yeah, they don't taste.
They're not the
very
same?
good.
Are they the same though? But
I
not-
mean, they don't taste the same. It's the gravy. It's the gravy. It's the gravy, man.
So they're just lying then, they're not really pies.
I think if the pies have got to maybe keep or something like that, you know, they're not hot off the press like you'd get in the stadium.
No,
I think.
they're in a
Whereas,
fridge, mate. So
What, the stadium, they make them fresh, do they? I think they're
they're
no,
probably
but I
coming
think
frozen.
they'll get them delivered locally, you jobbies. Like if you're going to Tesco, they have to go to some centralised hub, and then they get distributed to all the different Tesco's over, I don't know, a few weeks, and then they have to last in there for ages. I mean, you look at the dates on those pies, and they're like ridiculously extended. Whereas you get a fresh one at the stadium, you know, if that hasn't been cooked and that was in the fridge, that's going to last a couple of days max. Like that's
a giant.
There's anyone
off the press.
Giant one.
A
Big
giant
one.
killie pie.
Oh, yeah.
There's anyone that works at Kilmarnock FC and wishes to get in touch to let us know how far in advance do the pies come into the stadium? Are they kept in a big frozen unit? Do they, are they delivered in the thousands upon thousands in advance? How long are they kept for before they're cooked? All that information is very good for Tinpot listeners, so please do let us know.
They're not kept for long, mate. They're not, honestly.
Yeah, but I'd like to hear from an official at the club.
Also, what's in the gravy? Tell us that. What's the secret of what's in the gravy?
Silky smooth, man. Silky smooth. But yeah, that's the difference right there. It's the gravy. That's what
Northern boys love gravy.
Different gravy, you might say.
I love my gravy.
Gravy.
Right, Freddie Flintoff.
Northern
Right, we've kind of segued a little bit into football with some pie chat. What's that?
Is that us? Is that us then?
Episode done?
Yeah, we're done.
No, we're going to do some awards. Oh, so I think we've got a delay. Again.
I don't think we do.
Oh, just him chatting. You finish what you got to say, mate. Sorry for cutting over you.
Sorry? Nah, mate, I'll let you proceed as the host, of course. I'll just keep my mouth shut.
I'm ready to speak and have you cut over me again just to jab the needle in a bit further. We've got 6 categories, 6 awards that we're handing out in the Tinpot End of Season Awards. It was episode 2 of Tinpot that was the first awards from the 24-25 season, and it's now episode 52. So 50 episodes later, plus 19 Tinpot and 2 episodes, and we're back. Full circle moment. The 6 categories are as follows. We're going to do Goal of the Season, Unsung Hero, Song of the Season, which is an audio award. We will have a few clips to play for you. The Best Match, the Biggest Flop, and the Biggest Tinpot Moment or Tinpot Person, Tinpot Thing of the season, which is our grand finale before we have a quiz, as we always do. So we're going to start with Goal of the Season. We don't have any visuals to provide you here, any clips, because we've not prepped any of this in advance because we are Tinpot. But Matthew, coming to you first, what is your nomination for Goal of the Season, sir?
My goal this season is Dazen Maida versus Hearts.
Versus Hearts?
Yeah, the winning goal that won the title. Just due to the sheer importance and occasion. Mate, we've had this discussion before about the Scotland game. Define goal of the season. Does it mean the best goal? Does it mean the most important goal? Does it mean the goal that you remember the most?
The best goal.
The best goal. Okay, the best goal was...
No. You made your bed.
Not the best goal. The best goal, most in my eyes, from the most wise contributor to the podcast, I think that that goal was A, nice team move, B, the goal that won in the league, and C, nice goal. If we're talking about the best goal, the most aesthetically pleasing goal, let me rack my brain and come back to me, Andrew.
Yeah. Over to you, Andrew. We've had Dazen Maida against Hearts, the tap-in from how many yards out?
That's not the point.
Good stuff. Andrew?
I'm going to have to go for Yusuf Chimite's overhead kick against Celtic. Just the cross in from Skov Olsen, the positioning he got himself in quickly, the finish, the power on that finish, it's just perfect execution. It was just an unbelievable goal. Wasn't like defining in the game or anything like that, but it was just the best goal this season, I thought. So I'll stick with Chimite.
Lovely stuff. And I will go along a similar train of thought to you, Andrew, and go for an overhead kick, which was Scott McTominay's against Denmark in the 4-2 victory.
Oh,
that's my nomination.
SPFL. My bad.
It's Scottish football.
A blunder.
25-26.
So we're gonna have a vote.
What's that? We could just hand out individual awards. They all get an award, or do you want to combine and see if we can convince each other to make it a tin pot?
Well, I think I'm not going to convince you, so I'll just type it out. I think.
That went well.
Cool. Yeah, nice. Were you not going to come back to us with your nicest goal in the eye, Matt?
Yeah, I was going to go for Bowie in the game that Hibs played in the qualifier that he smashed it in from like 65 yards or so. It was a really good goal and also quite important, and also helped get him his move to the big league. Not that matters to certain Scottish managers. As long as you're really tall, then you will get in the squad.
Is Bowie not quite tall?
Not tall enough, mate. Not gangly enough, or Australian. So maybe next year, mate.
Right. So how are we rounding this award off? Are we just having 3 separate awards? Andrews goes to Chermity, Struggies goes to Maida, and I go to McSauce. Is that fair?
They're both all kind of different goals, I think. Really.
Let us know in the Have Your Say button or in the comments which of those 3 nominations is the best goal.
And also give us your definition of a goal of the season. My interpretation is different.
So you think Aguero's goal in the Premier League, if we're going to go down south, is the best goal of the Premier League era?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's your best
Fair enough. I like Van Persie's volley against Villa. But we're not here to discuss that pish. We're here to discuss Scottish stuff. Sorry for bringing it up. That's my bad. Unsung Hero Award. Andrew, this was a category that you had recommended, so I'm interested to hear from you first. Who are you nominating for this?
Yeah, given this a lot of thought. I am going to the skip. I am going to say Stephen Presley. And my reason for that is I've never been so convinced that a guy was going to get sacked within the first fortnight of the season. And not only did he turn it around and keep Dundee in it relatively comfortably, he also brought us some good moments. You know, the jobby team, you know, the incredible attire at the touchline, the just tremendously funny interviews after almost every game. I think he's very underappreciated. Most of us didn't think he would be there, as I said, and I think most of us would definitely miss him if he wasn't there. So I'm going to say he's my unsung Tinpot hero of the season.
It's a great nomination. Initially laughed, but when you put a brilliant case together.
Thank you very much. I'll take that.
What a man. Struggy?
My unsung hero of the season is Paul Smith. For those of you unaware of Paul
the comedian?
Smith, no. Sorry, I'll start again. For those of you unaware of Paul Smith, he is the right-hand man to a certain Mr. John McGlynn. Now, everyone needs a sidekick. Everyone needs a partner in crime. Batman needs a Batgirl, and Superman needs Lois Lane. And Paul Smith is that. He has been with John McGlynn in every job that he's had. He's been his right-hand man, his confidant.
Was he his agent or something? Or?
It's just his mate, I think.
Oh, right, okay.
Assistant manager Falkirk. And where John McGlynn goes, Paul Smith also goes, and together they make an incredible team, and he is a major part in Falkirk's success. They've been at the Rovers together, and they've been obviously at Falkirk together, and what's been the glory days. No one really talks much about Paul. You know, John gets all the glory. But I think he would agree that he wouldn't be where he is now without Paul's support. A great man. Not that I've met him. I'm just going to say he's great because he's mates with John McGlynn. But Sometimes the managers get too much credit. Sometimes you need to look behind them.
Yeah.
The man sitting there at the dugout, and having a great coach, and not only that, someone you can really rely on and trust to sort of bounce ideas off. It's really important. Kind of like a Gavin Strachan type vibe. Really the key to Celtic's success is that man. Paul Smith, kind of like a Gavin Strachan 2.0. Paul Smith and John McGlynn as well.
Very
Yeah, you
insightful.
can't have both, mate. Easy tiger. Paul Smith, though, good nomination, good nominee. You've got both gone for managers. I feel like I'll have to go along the same route to make it fair for the listeners to have a vote. I'm going to go for a man who has a Scottish Premiership winners medal from this season. I think that he is a bit of an unsung hero. We got a lot of slander from various parts of the media. People thought they were underperforming, but he still got points towards Celtic's ultimate triumph. There are 82 points in total. Wouldn't have been possible without Wilfred Nancy. He did technically get them some points in the league, and in my opinion should be therefore a recipient of a winner's medal. So as well as all the banter, the tactics board, the win that United had at Tannadice over Celtic, makes me slightly biased. But yeah, my unsung hero would be Wilfred Nancy for similar reasons to Andrew, just the good vibes.
That's epic.
Yeah. There you have it. It's Stephen Presley, Paul Smith, and Wilfred Nancy. Bet you'd never thought you'd see those three in an awards category together.
Joke in there somewhere.
That's incredible.
You tell me the joke.
Paul Smith, Wilfred Nancy, and Stephen Presley walk into a bar. The barman says, how's it going? What can I get you? You finish it, Andrew.
What can I get you? Can I get three pints of unsung hero, please?
Unsung heroes off.
Yes, it's a guest ale.
Incredible. I've just asked my good friend Albert Ingalls for a joke relating to Paul Smith, Wilfred Nancy, and Stephen Presley. Just to try and get involved in your incredible joke telling. And it's as follows. Paul Smith, Wilfred Nancy, and Stephen Presley walk into a tactics conference. Nancy starts drawing a complex passing triangles on the board. Presley pulls out a 40-page leadership manifesto. Paul Smith just points to a picture of the Falkirk Stadium pitch and says, or we could just get the ball wide and let the fullbacks cause absolute carnage. 10 minutes later, Nancy taking notes, Presley writing a LinkedIn post about modern vertical synergy, and Smith's already ordered a pint because Falkirk are up 2-0 somehow.
Oh my god, it wrote that in like 10 seconds.
It did?
That's good, man.
Incredible.
That's quite
I
funny.
prefer the
Thanks,
guest ale
Albert.
one personally, but
Yeah, it was slightly better.
leave a comment. Let us know if AI writes better jokes than the Struggy Gildy combo.
I think I'm going to get outvoted on that one.
That was a good joke, Albert. Well done.
Masterpiece. Right, time for Song of the Season. I'm going to play the listeners and both of you guys 5 songs you've not heard, the ones I've selected, and we're going to just basically vote for which one we think is the best, and we can have a sort of maybe try and come together on this one to pick a winner. Let me see
There
if I
better
can
be
do this.
the one I'm thinking of anyway.
Well, let's just wait and see. Here we go. Hopefully you can see this. Song number 1. Hopefully it plays. We don't need to listen to it all, but I
the
will bring
best
it back
bit.
just for the end. No, there's a long way to go. There you go. Song number one, Heart of Midlothian's Claudio Braga song.
That's it, really. So, job done.
Oh. Well, we'll hear the rest anyway. That was Heart's entry. Next up, number two.
Oh, it's tight.
Celtic's entry with Sack the Board. It's an original song and seemed to be a crowd favourite this year. Song number three. Been a dominant season from Celtic in terms of their songbook. That was song three, or nomination number three, with Celtic's All Celtic Fans Against the Board. Song number four, nomination number four.
Wow.
That was, Celtic's third entry of the top six with I Wanna Sack the Board.
That's quite
number
an
five up
inventive one,
next.
to be fair.
Another entry from Celtic. 4 of the top 5 they've got so far with the Celtic Board have got to go. And to try
Based on
and
the lyrics.
avoid the monopoly of Celtic and Hearts, we'll see if there's a third club that could enter the top 6.
That's a banger.
There we
as
go.
well.
That was Rangers' entry with Martin Get to Fuck, which was sung violently for only a matter of weeks before he was ousted. What's your thoughts, gents? What's the top song of the year?
I like the Celtic one to the tune of I Want to Be Adored. That was really interesting.
That's quite inventive.
Choice
yeah.
of song. Quite smart from the Celtic fans there. But I'm going to go for number one because it's a song about supporting your team and being thankful for all they've given you and supporting a player and really getting behind the lads and not causing unnecessary disruption and division.
Interesting. Hearts' songbook throughout the season has been, on a serious note, has been world class. I like their Champions League song. That was fantastic. And Colin Chisholm getting on the park a few times at Tynecastle to give us the HEA RTS. That was terrific as well. So credit to them. But you can't deny Celtic's inventiveness. 4 different sack the board chants. Credit where it's due. It's incredible
I
stuff.
think they have a WhatsApp chat before the game and they right lads, what one are we going to sing today?
I think they go through all 4 every match, do they not?
Every match.
They just cycle through them.
Even a couple of weeks ago,
Shuffle.
they were still singing them as they were lifting the trophy. Are they singing that then?
I
As they were
think you
invading the
can-
pitch. Were they trying to attack the board when they invaded that
watch.
pitch? Or
I think they just got disorientated. I think
they
at the
couldn't
time, I
work
think
where
they
the dugout
thought,
was. Yeah.
they thought Shankland was the board. So it was just a bit of a mistake. But Celtic fans get a lot of stick, and I think a lot of it's a bit unfair. For them to come up with sort of 4 or 5 songs about sacking the board is pretty impressive. So hats off to them. They've done a great job.
Do you have a favourite out of the 4, or are you going to pick another one for your nomination of Song of the Year?
I think I'll have to go for the old Bragmeister with Struggy there.
So close.
Only because, it's just sometimes when you hear too much of a good thing, you sometimes take it for granted, and maybe that's the case with that ensemble of Celtic songs. They're great. Don't get me wrong, I love hearing them. Would listen to them again if there was time. But yeah, we'll save that for later. I think I'll vote for Braga.
Well, Braga's scooped the Tinpot prize for Song of the Year. The Hearts fans technically have scooped that prize, and the one chap that came up with that in a voice note to his mates, I think, is how it originally circulated. He must be loving life because he's world famous. He's a songwriter at this stage. Ripped off Queen a little bit, but we won't slag him off for that. My vote would have gone to song number 2, which was just simply "Sack the Board, Sack the Board." That was
Traditional.
It's an all-time classic. Yeah. Sorry, Celtic fans, I tried.
That's like the first song on like a Now compilation CD you get back in the day. They just let the bangers out like in the first few tracks, and then it gets a bit shit after that. But that would be number 1 right in there. Traditional
100%.
Sack the Board. Yeah.
Yeah, none of this newfangled Stone Roses remix of the sacking of the board. But yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Claudio Braga and the Hearts fans, well done to you. You win something this year after all.
Well,
Our 4th award of the year is for Best Match. I've come to you guys first a couple of times. I'm going to kick us off. There's no surprise what I'm going to choose for this one. Could be our Dundee United's 2 defeats of Celtic from this season. We could go for either one of those. I did enjoy a few championship games this season on Friday nights, but I'm not going to just bore you with a list of all the ones that were close. I'm just going to go straight in with my number 1, Scotland 4, Denmark 2. Of course, it's a very straightforward nomination to make. It had everything. It had incredible goals, it had drama, it had a red card for them that really shouldn't have been a red card, but in years gone by that would have gone against us instead of for us. And yeah, Kenny McLean from the halfway line in 90 plus, whatever it was. Could have been the Scotland 0, Denmark 0 across in Copenhagen. I watched that with you, Struggy, I think, the opening game of the qualifying campaign. And I love being able to celebrate a 0-0 draw like we've won. I remember the celebrations with you in my flat. And yeah, it was like we just won the World Cup.
Yeah, you gave me a very hard cuddle there. I was very surprised by the strength of the cuddle and the excitement that you were portraying. And then you ordered a
Makes it sound
cheese
like
pizza and celebration. Didn't give me anything.
Sounds that sounded a bit,
He bloody loves a 0-0 away. He bloody loves it. This guy was.
Hey, look, I knew that was setting us up for glory. That's a massive, massive point for Scotland. First game, hardest game, set the standard, clean sheet against Denmark. Grant Hanley had the best game of his life.
And you gave Struggy a big hard cuddle.
It was very hard.
Hey, at least it wasn't a sleepy cuddle. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was no wet cuddle.
Struggy, your match of the season.
Match season for me: Raith Rovers 6, Ross County 0. Not only Raith Rovers scored 6 goals in a league game for the first time in about 30 years. It really sort of summed up and surmised Ross County's disastrous season, which obviously ended up in them getting relegated again at Starks Park in the next Raith Rovers game, which was also a good game. Raith scored some really good goals in that game and played some really exciting football, which gave a glimmer of hope. What could have been wasn't to be, but could certainly give us an idea of how Emery wants to play next season, hopefully. Just to score 6 goals for Raith to beat a team recently relegated from the Premiership. For me, personally, it was just really exciting. And in a season which was a bit dull at times for the Rovers, we really struggled quite a lot to get things going. It was a really impressive performance, and 6-0, you don't see many of them, so on the Rovers, Kings of Fife, Challenge Cup winners, 25-26, come on.
Good nomination.
Yeah.
Personal touch to it as well. Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
Andrew, your match of the season.
I'm going to go for a little Struggy special here as well. I'm going to go for Dunfermline and Falkirk in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup. A derby, proper derby. And yeah, I just thought that, getting to a final this season, especially for a championship team, was a massive deal. The quality has risen significantly outside the old firm. For them to collect a couple of scalps from the Premiership, especially a Falkirk side that have been flying high, the just sheer determination from that Dunfermline side, to get it over the line at the very end, with the pens, but they were dead on their feet for a huge portion of that game. So yeah, I'm gonna go for that, and I think Lenny was a very close second with the unsung hero, just purely due to his cup run and how he's kind of improved that team. So St Mirren have just scored.
Yeah.
Andrew, do you get a trophy for getting to the Scottish Cup final? I can't quite remember. Do you get a medal? You get a trophy though. Do you get to?
You do get a medal. You do get a medal, yeah.
I meant a trophy in particular that you can lift above your head as you celebrate winning.
You probably get more prize money than you'd get for winning the Challenge Cup. That's for sure.
But I'm asking specifically about the trophy. Do you get a trophy to put in your cabinet for coming?
You don't get a trophy to put in your cabinet, no, and nobody got a trophy in that game that I was talking about, or the game that you're talking about, actually. So no one gets a trophy for scoring 6 goals once in about 20 years. So
yeah, you chose that game over the Challenge Cup final. It clearly means a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Not right, to be fair.
He's just too used to it. He's got that champions mentality now. He's too many Challenge Cups.
Too many.
It's not special anymore to him.
Exactly. We invaded the pitch after the 4-1 victory against them. We started smashing on Billy Mackay and big, what's his face, Scott Kelleher, just getting chucked around. But no, that's a good shout. In all seriousness, I'll put my serious hat on. Yeah, Lenny's done a great job with that Dunfermline team. They're clearly building something quite special there. And that's enough serious chat for me.
I thought I was going rogue by potentially going Denmark 0, Scotland 0, and you've chucked in. Was the semi-final between Falkirk and Dunfermline not 0-0?
It was as well.
Yeah, it's a brave shout. I don't hate it, but brave.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they obviously had to get it over the line in the end, but yeah, they were completely dead on their feet. It was just pure spirit, and I think Lenny's so responsible for how they've attacked those games. That game against Aberdeen and then the game against Falkirk, particularly. I just thought mentality was second to none. So all down to the big ginger man.
Only 1 goal conceded on their run to the final as well, which was against Queen of the South, I am led to believe. But they did have they obviously played a few Premiership teams in the run-up to the final, but they did have 3 games before the semis at home, which does help. Their game against Hibs at home in the 4th round.
Game was absolutely amazing, so good, and the atmosphere was great. But just because it was in the latter rounds and because it was a derby, I think the Falkirk game maybe meant a wee bit more to the fans. But yeah, that's my pick.
Class. There's a few Scottish Premiership games that we've not picked any from that league, obviously, but I think the ones that stand out for me were Rangers 4, Hearts 2. Not for the result, obviously, I'd be supporting Hearts in that one, but the game itself was end-to-end. It was a proper classic. The game on the final day of the season, just the build-up, everything around it, even though the result didn't go the way of the masses. Celtic got the title in the end, but the game itself was again, brilliant to watch. And then Hearts beating Rangers at Tiny to set up those final few games. That was huge. And their win at Easter Road just before that, massive. Picking loads of Hearts games because they had that great run. The Edinburgh Derby where Hibs won as well, 3-2. They went 3-0 up and Hearts came back. Still got no points in the day. But yeah, the Scottish Premiership's been littered with good games we could have chosen, but we've gone for 3 games outside of that league. Let us know in the comments which of those 3 is your favorito. Or in the have your say button. Biggest flop up next. Award number 5, and I'm going to come to you first again. Struggy, it's back to you. Who is your flop this year?
My flop is I'm going to go for Kusini Yengi. I don't know if any listeners remember certain contributor to the podcast had suggested that Yengi could be one to watch. Was that which was clearly a load of shite because he was crap and shipped out in January, having scored 0 league goals and contributed a sweet F-all to an already struggling Aberdeen side. Just an example. Although he's a free transfer, fair enough, but I think it was just symptomatic, or maybe not symptomatic, just evidence of a sort of scattergun transfer policy that's plagued Aberdeen for maybe this season, maybe a bit of last season. It resulted in Jimmy Thielen losing his job, and various unrest at Aberdeen. So yeah, Yengi, really poor, poor signing, and just sort of Aberdeen sort of signings in general. You could probably clump them all together and call the majority of them flops, having spent a lot of money. They managed to finish 9th, 10th, whatever. Flirted with relegation, so he was just one of the many flops. I'm going to go for him because I did pick him to be a good player for some unknown reason, because he was tall and had a foreign name. So that's as far as my research goes.
It takes a big man to own up to his mistakes. Yeah,
I am that big
you
man.
made a right mess of that at the start of the season, but well done to owning up for it. That's your flop of the season, Mr. Yengi. Andrew, who's your nomination?
Mine was quite tight. 2 Rangers players, because they spent a lot of money in the summer, and spent a wee bit of money in January as well, and they did come up with some flops. My second place was Joe Rothwell, who was bought and sold in the same season. So I thought that was got to be up there with some serious floppage. But I've actually went for Skov Olsen. Came in January. There was such a massive hype about the sign-in. There was like all these sort of build-up videos, like he's finally here, like been chasing him for like 5 years or something like that. He's going to be absolutely fucking class. Like, it was going to be like the best player that's ever graced the SPFL, and he was absolutely shit. Really, really terrible. So yeah,
quite expensive as well, wasn't he?
Well, he was on loan, option to buy, but option to buy on him, which it looks like we're definitely not gonna do. But yeah, they were wanting something pretty wild. I think it was like 10 mil or something like that for him in the end, but absolutely no chance. He was terrible. Absolutely, so easily bullied off the ball, shat himself every time he got the ball. I'm sure there's a player in there, but there's good reason why his parent club are probably not that keen on him, and he was pretty terrible. But purely just because of the build up around the signing, I've gone for Skov Olsen.
He did get the assist for Chermiti's overhead kick. That's probably the only good thing he did, didn't it?
It is the only good thing he did. That's it, exactly. Chermiti had to do all the work, didn't he? But yeah, that was literally all he did. Can't really remember anything else decent he did through the season. So
was he in the team for Denmark and Scotland? No, was he? Was he in the Denmark squad? Was he Danish?
I don't know if he was. If I'm honest, he might have been on the bench. I don't remember him playing. But
imagine he was playing. Like, I'm gonna check right now. I'll tell you. For a struggy fact, Skov Olsen. No, garbage. He was on the bench. No.
There you go.
Appearance for that loser. Let's see. I mean, he's had a decent career, like Bologna and Club Brugge, a really good few seasons at them.
Yeah.
Didn't do much at Wolfsburg, really, so
40 caps and 8
they were
goals
pretty
for
shit this season.
Denmark.
Did they get relegated or did they stay up? I know they've got a second leg tonight, actually. But yeah, he was pretty soft, pretty soft touch, like.
Yeah, I think
someone to Aaron Ramsey vibes, Can he hack it in the big league, son?
Well, the thing is, I don't think he was really even sort of doing all right when he arrived. You know, he's just, I don't know. He seems to have lost it. It's a pretty crucial time for his career, I would say, with his next move, because his stock is probably likely to drop. But yeah, he's been terrible for Rangers, absolutely atrocious. So he's my vote.
Good vote indeed. Skov Olsen and Yengi so far. Does it need to be a player that was signed, or can it just? It doesn't need to be a.
No,
I don't know.
No.
Can I nominate Willie Collum as flop of the season?
No.
A floppy Willie.
I think you've won this vote. I think you won this one.
Is that a serious comment, or are you going to talk about the referees, or are you just making a filthy joke.
No, it's
So-
genuinely
it's
it's
a
a
good
nomination for flop of the season. He's been absolutely atrocious.
Terrible.
How many apologies he issued? One a week at least. I don't
One
know.
a week.
Yeah.
And I know it's not him that's making the
That's
decisions
true.
on the park, but he's the head of refereeing in Scotland, and the refereeing this season has been a disgrace, from on-field to video assistants, and he's the guy who heads it all up. He's the guy at the top. So for me, he's flop of the season. It's an absolute shambles. And yeah, just to make a floppy Willie comment as well, I thought that was worth chucking in.
Very good. Yeah, on all fronts. That the floppy willy, the suggestion. It was you've hit it on the head, mate.
Scott Wilson. Well, Willie Collin times 2 and Yengi.
Yeah.
So yeah, let us know in the comments if we've maybe we've missed a flop there.
Yengi brackets
potentially.
Aberdeen signings in general. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yengi brackets Aberdeen signings general. Some people might be crying for a Russell Martin or I don't know, what was his name, Junior Adamu, who was pretty shit. Kvanchkara or something for Celtic. They've been pretty shit. They've had a few shite signings. But let us know in the comments if you want to go with one of ours or if you've got your own suggestion for flop of the season.
Nice.
Moving on to the biggest award of the night, the Tinpot Award for just general tin pottery. It can be anything from the season. It can be a moment, a game, a person, a collective. And Andrew, I'll come to you first. What is your nominee? Or who is your nominee?
It was again tight for me. I was going to go for the Celtic support, but I didn't really feel it was Tinpot per se. I just felt that the reason it was going to get a nomination was due to its swift change of tune from Sack the Board ×5 to wild celebrations at winning the double. So, but I've not given them a vote. I am giving it to Stephen Presley and his Jobby team speech. That is my tin pot moment of the year. Thoroughly enjoyed. Well done, Stephen. More of the same next season, please.
Incredible. He's got 2 nominations from you. You're part of the fan club.
Yeah, I love him. Just the more I think about him, more like him. Apart from how he treats taxi drivers, as per one of our episodes previously. But aside from that, good guy.
Maybe our Dundee listener can let us know down below what he thinks of the 2 nominations that we've had for Stephen Presley so far. The only Dundee mentions, really. He's maybe thinking maybe an unsung hero could have been Congreve or a Luke Graham or something like that. He was maybe looking for some positivity, but we've done a bit more on the ridiculing side. Whilst also saying that Presley is a legend in many ways. Yeah. Right, my tin pot nominee or nomination for this season is one that Andrew's already mentioned, but I'm going to extend it further and just say Old Firm fans, just to drive the needle into Andrew a bit and stir the pot. Rangers fans have been very critical of the Celtic fans for this season, understandably. But they are quick to forget their actions in the Russell Martin debacle. The shouting of abuse in his face to the point where he had to leave in a private car. They've sat in front of the team bus to stop them leaving. He was, I think, according to the rumours in the press, scared for his and his family's safety due to various threats. The Rangers fans also went up to the board across when they had the Europa League games, I think. And of course, since Roll's come in, they've got behind him, I think. But there's now part of the fan base that wants him out. And since Roll's come in, it's been all about the Celtic fans and the story of them and chanting sack the board, which we've been discussing a lot over the last 5-6 months. But I don't want to forget that I thought the tin pot Rangers fans at the start of the season as well deserve a shout out. So Old Firm fans generally is getting my nomination.
That's fair.
Matthew S. Take it away.
My tin pot moment of the season is Big Lutz. Let me try and pronounce his second name. Fafan Steele, sitting in the dugout at various Aberdeen games, looking like an absolute idiot, undermining the manager, and then persisting to do so while sticking about and not hiring a real manager, and thinking he was the big boss man himself. He should be nowhere near the dugout and probably nowhere near the position of Director of Football Aberdeen, the guy who clearly out of his depth and just got an idiot sitting on that bench. So yeah, he's my Tinpot moment of the season.
I think that's a bit harsh, mate. I mean, he it takes time to scout the right manager, you know, especially when they're all the way down in Paisley. So, you got to give the guy a break, you know.
Too busy stopping at Edinburgh Zoo. I think he was fucking couldn't get there.
How did you get on watching that St Mirren? Oh fuck, not again!
I was watching March.
That's damn penguins.
The penguin walk. It's only at a certain time.
Penguin walks at 3:00 every Saturday. You fucking missed the game.
Why did it play on Sundays? Yeah, that guy was. Just seeing him at dugout Ibrox was it? It was just like what?
Yeah. That's a really good show, by the way.
Yeah, you've done well.
I think
he slipped off my radar after the last couple of weeks. I've forgotten all about.
Yeah, me too.
He'll be gone in the summer. Surely Robinson will be having that nonsense, eh?
I would
think so.
Yeah,
You'd
you've
think
got to
so.
rip it up and start again. Like, can you name 3 Aberdeen players that have signed that have done well, other than like Nisbet? No one knows their names.
Right, yeah.
Enter fucking random European name of shite winger. That's what's been happening for Aberdeen this season. Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of Scandinavian names in there as well, aren't there?
Yeah.
There we go.
Great shout.
The Penguin, the Old Firm fans, and Andrew's nomination, which I have forgotten. Presley's
Stephen
speech.
Presley, but
Presley's
I'm going to
won
double down on the
Tinpot and
Penguin, I think.
Tinpot moment and unsung hero. Presley's he's a jack of all trades.
Yes, sure is. What a
Master
guy.
of them all, though.
Yes.
Right, that's the end of the awards. Don't be shy about these text messages. Don't think, I can't send 6 different sort of bits of quote fan mail or text to the guys. It's going to be too much. If you want to give an opinion on all 6 that we've given, one of the ones that we've nominated or your own, send us as many as you like, or you can whack them all into one message. Send it in a voice note. That might be easier. Say what you think for maybe even just a couple of the awards. And
does it cost you anything, Tam, to do it?
Well, I did say earlier that it doesn't cost you, which is true, but I should just say that standard text messaging rates do apply. So there's no additional fees beyond what the listener's regular phone plan charges for sending a standard text. That's
there you
the legals.
You've got free text on your plan. Cost you fuck all.
Otherwise, this is going to cost you. This is going to cost you.
Doesn't come to us if it does cost you. Just to be clear, we're not
no money from this.
We're not benefiting from your text.
We lose money out of this. So
we
you
lose
can
money
donate.
out of this.
Just give a page if you like to keep us going.
Is it vain of us as a trio? I should probably have asked you this off air to avoid coming across vain. But would it be vain to ask the listeners to send in maybe their Tinpot episode of the season, an episode that they found to be their favourite?
Yeah.
I mean, you can do, yeah. Yeah.
If you can remember one of the 71 episodes we released.
If you can,
I particularly enjoyed the Dundee Derby podcast. That'd be my personal favourite.
So did I.
That's a shout out to Mr. Robertson. I think he an incredible guest. We won't start picking favourites, but he was very good.
In a world where sponsorship is more accessible than ever, that world exists at sportsponsorship.co.uk. Whether you're interested in making a difference to your local community or further afield, or perhaps you're looking for access to tens of thousands of followers online to push your brand further than ever, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk. That's sportsponsorship.co.uk.
Right. Do you want a quiz to end things?
Yeah, why not?
You could say no. Then we just say goodbye. In true Tinpot fashion, this was cobbled together in the last few minutes before we came on air. And we talked earlier about unsung heroes. It's normally the goal scorers that get a lot of credit, but we're going to discuss tonight assistants, i.e. people who assist goals.
Yeah, it's like Paul Smith.
There are not coaching assistants.
All right. Okay.
There are 11 players this season who have assisted 6 or more goals in the Scottish Premiership. So you've got 2 lives to lose. Teaming up here to tell me who has assisted 6 or more goals in the Scottish Premiership.
Okay. Team effort, is it?
Yeah, team effort.
Okay. Right. What do you think, Struggy? I reckon Just has got to be up there for Motherwell.
Yep. I think
Yeah?
so too.
He just makes it, yes. He has 7 assists
Right.
this season.
What about Tav? That's the corners, and the Rangers scored a lot of the corners.
No, I don't
No,
think so, because
all
they
right.
did swap about early on when they got their set piece coach. There was Connor Barron going in there and stuff like that. So they won't be anywhere near that. But Calvin Miller though, he'll be up there.
Great shout, great player.
Correct.
Actually,
He's number 1 top assist maker this year with 9.
Wow, impressive.
good player.
Congreve for Dundee. Tam mentioned him earlier. He's done pretty well on that front, I think. Especially first half of the season. Oh, there you go.
Also with 7.
So who hits Rangers?
Matthew-
Who hits? What about corners for Celtic or free kicks for Celtic or set pieces?
Yeah,
Who's
I don't
doing pretty
really
well?
know who crosses them in, to be honest. I don't really watch their
Johnson
games. 'Cause I
was
hate them.
injured. Tierney, does he hit free kicks or corners?
Couldn't tell
He's-
you, mate. I've no idea.
He's quite a marauding wing back, so he might get forward, but I don't know if he's
Correct. Tierney has 8 assists this season.
Really?
Joint
Can't
second
remember-
on the list.
Can't remember him crossing the half.
How many do we need now?
7 left to get. You've got 4. You've got Miller, Tierney, Just, and Congreve.
What about
We've got
Harry
7
Milne?
left to guess.
Yes. There's
What
11
the-
players in total who've got 6 or more assists.
Harry Milne maybe? Marauding left
Yeah,
back.
Correct.
I'm happy to go with that. Yeah,
He has 6.
I'm struggling. I'm struggling a bit.
Let's just go through clubs. Name their best players. Celtic. Nygren.
I don't think he'll do a lot of assists. He's been doing a lot of scoring.
Okay, let's see,
Um,
who's been Maida? Maida's when he plays in the wing.
I mean, first half of the season he wasn't really scoring, so maybe he's a shout.
They just start. O'Neill can start putting him up front. So I don't know.
Yeah,
What about Hibs? Who's Hibs? Oh, Cadden, one of the Cadden bros.
yeah, that's
Let's
a good
go
shout.
Nicky Cadden.
Yep.
Wrong.
Chris Cadden.
Life lost.
Cadden's just his one.
Cadden's has 1. I'll give you that. Cadden's has 1 is just one guess. No.
Oh, okay.
Nicky Cadden had 5. He misses
What
out.
other brothers can we think of that we can pick? Two. One.
Actually, really difficult.
Brothers.
There is another brother duo in the Scottish Premiership, isn't there?
Kizarida, surely. He started off the season really well, didn't he?
Correct. He's got 7. Well done.
Brad Spencer. Good player.
Happy to go with that.
Brad Spencer.
Wrong.
I mean, he's got.
No.
Goals.
Not even in the. He's not even got 4 because this list only goes from 9
Bloody
down
love
to 4, and
Spencer as
he's
well.
not on that list. Brad Spence.
Fucking hell, it's pretty tricky.
You've got no more lives to lose, so I'll help you. There's no more Falkirk players. There's no more Hearts players to name.
Okay.
No more Dundee players.
Do we say
Okay.
Congreve?
We
Yeah,
did,
you've got
yeah.
Congreve, yeah.
Yeah.
What
Dundee
about that
United.
boy Fata? Was
Oh yeah.
he
Fata.
worth
pretty good.
chucking in there? I mean, I wouldn't. It's not a convincing guess, but
Will
you think?
Ferry.
Longer. I'd think longer before you go for Fatah, just to
Okay.
try and
okay,
drag this quiz out a bit.
maybe not then.
What about Arnie Engels? It's
Nah, he's
Arnie.
pish, man. He's absolute garbage.
What about Nico Raskin? Good player.
Yeah. I mean, actually, well, it's not a bad shout. He's played more advanced, so yeah, I'll go with
Your
that.
best
Yeah.
player in the team.
Correct. 7.
Yeah. Good shout,
What other
mate.
best players are there?
No more Rangers players on the list.
What
Mastonise
about
was a
Kilty
striker.
for Kilmarnock? Greg Kilty?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Kilty. Come on, Greg.
Rogue call out of nowhere, and it's correct. 7.
Nice.
I was thinking
more
there's
Killy
anyone
players
in
on the list?
Killy, but
From the pie days. Are there
I know
any
Curtis has
Aberdeen
got a
players,
few
Tam, of
assists, so.
interest?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Okay.
So far, a recap: you've got Miller, Tierney, Just, Raskin, Kilty, Kizaridis, Congreve, and Milne. So you're
No.
missing 1, 2.
What teams are
3.
eliminated, sorry?
A lot. There's no more Falkirk, no more Hearts, no more Killy, no more Rangers, no more Dundee.
Okay, so Hibs are still in it, Matthew.
They're still in it. They're going through the
Just trying to
captains, though.
think. Yeah, there must be someone. I mean,
Martin Boyle, maybe?
well, I was going to say Boyle, but I don't know if he's played the full season, but I mean, he's a good shout, isn't he? Yeah, let's go Boyle.
Martin Boyle?
Final answer?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miles Affit? No, not even got 4.
Well,
Hibs
shite.
players with 5. You could have Obita, Mulligan, and Cadden and McGrath. They were all 4 or 5 each. but
McGrath
none
would have
with
been a good shout.
None with 6, unfortunately. The missing players were Callum Slattery with 8 assists, joint second,
Player.
and Dyson Maida with 6.
We said that.
Bastard, we said that.
We're talking about him.
We
We
didn't
talked
do
about
it.
him. You never.
Great
never
player.
locked him in.
Let's not
And
player of the
Will
year.
Ferry also got a mention from you,
I
but
said
never.
I said him as well.
Yeah, you did. You were thinking about either him or Fatah.
Bollocks.
Tried to
Bollocks.
avoid going for Fatah. Tried to help you, but you didn't go for Ferry. So it's a fail, unfortunately, lads. It's a point to the house, but it was a good effort. You got 8 out of 11.
Tough.
Ah,
Tough, man. Hard to think of a system.
yeah, that was very tricky, actually, yeah. We got a good roll at the start, but then really struggled after that.
Well done to all the players who got assists this season. Congratulations.
Yeah, well done. I mean, you'll all be listening. Just well done. Just get yourself a pint of what was it called? The guest ale. Get yourself a pint of that to celebrate.
Unsung hero.
Unsung Hero. Get yourself a pint of Unsung Hero.
That's some shit
That's
that
it.
fucking Brewdog would make or something. Eh?
Oh, you see that
Unsung
guy's
Hero.
started another beer brand called Second Best,
Yeah,
and he's
the
like
Yeah.
old
saying,
guy.
yeah,
James Watt.
James
What a
Watt.
cock.
Yeah, he's saying that he's going to give all the people that got ripped off by Brewdog by buying shares, he's going to give them shares in this beer brand or whatever. But I mean, who the fuck's going to be buying that now? So
They're no longer investors. Apparently, they're co-founders, is what he's calling them.
He's a fucking grifter, eh?
Unbelievable.
Big time,
Some people
yeah.
are saying that he's just misunderstood, but we'll leave that up to the listeners to decide because we ain't judge nor jury, We are, kind of. and he's a bit of a prick. Right, that's the end of Tinpot episode 52, I think it is. Thanks for listening. Get on that have your say button, send us your voice notes, your messages, all that good stuff. Any parting words from you, gents?
Cheers to what's been a great season. And appreciate all the support from everyone who listens and whatnot. It's been fun. Yeah, we don't know much, but we know we love you. So that's
Yeah,
all we
Beautiful.
need to know. Yeah.
absolutely. Second that. We love you big time. Thank you for putting up with us this season, and if you can bring yourself to vote for one of our your favourite episode this season, then that'll give us something to talk about next week.
Lovely stuff. Thanks, gents. Thanks, listeners. Goodbye now. Goodbye.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.